Hojlund, Denmark, United agreement, has been revealed, and it has been revealed or vocalized by the manager for the national team of the Danish side. We've gone ahead to get a story coming in from David McDonald, United correspondent for the Daily Mirror, confirming to us that Liverpool were really discussing the quality of Kobbie Mainoo during the halftime at Old Trafford. Remember, he bossed the midfield, and I'm going to show you his game by numbers for the halftime against Liverpool. And lastly, we are going to hear from Victor Lindelof talking about how he feels at the club of Man United and his fitness levels. Remember, yesterday night I brought you a story where I brought in something concerning his commitment to the club of Man United and on whether he would love to go to Saudi Arabia. Smash the like button close to 300 times. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this week. And I know we can really hit that milestone and then start onto another journey of 18,000 subscribers. And I know you guys are really going to take us far because we started with 1 subscriber and here we come to hit 17,000 subscribers. So guys, continue to subscribe. Let me check here. How many are we left with? We are left with... We are left with 59 subscribers to hit 17,000 subscribers. So guys, please go ahead and really subscribe and let's grow this biggest United channel on the African soil ever. Now, we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Juma Karim and Ramadan Mubarak, and I think the rest is going to be really fine. Now, Rasmus Hojlund returned to action when playing against Liverpool, and guess who told us that he's going to start against Liverpool? It was the Danish national team manager who goes by the names of Kasper Hojlund, and once again he has told us that Man United has an agreement with Denmark about the total amount of playing time in the 2 matches. He plays from the start against Switzerland, and there are no restrictions on how much he can play in that match. Then we will see. So everyone was like, the guy is just going to hit return. He has been really going through hell as a player of Man United, especially having gone ahead to get an injury that kept him out for the game of Man City, Fulham, he missed out on the game of Fulham. He missed out the game of Man City. He missed out on the game against, I think, is it Nottingham? Then he missed out on the game of Everton. So he missed out on like 4 or 5 games for club of Man United, and it never really resulted into what we wanted. So there were worries about his fitness of really going to engage himself into the international break. Yet they're only friendlies, and the national team manager has told us that he has talked with Erik ten Hag and the physio team. He knows exactly how many minutes Rasmus Hojlund is supposed to be playing in the tournament that they're going to be. It's not a tournament, these are friendlies, So when you look at Denmark, they have to play Switzerland. I think that is tomorrow. They are playing Switzerland. Let me check. Let me check their 2 fixtures they're going to play in here. Denmark is playing Switzerland tomorrow. Then on Tuesday 26th, they'll be playing against Faroe Islands. And I think if you are a very good manager and you really understand the goal of Rasmus Hojlund at Man United, you play him the game of Switzerland, don't play him the game of Faroe Islands. I think that's better because he needs to get back at the club of Man United when he's physically fit, because we are left with 12 games. I call them 12 because I believe we are going to knock out Coventry out of the FA Cup, and he wants to hit 20 goals. And I think these games against Switzerland, Faroe Islands, just act as those games, obviously get him back to where he was. And I would love to see him score against Switzerland tomorrow, because when he scores against Switzerland tomorrow, the rest will obviously be put to pass, because he will be returning to Man United with a very huge mentality of coming in through and really putting in a very beautiful shift at the club of Manchester United. And I would like to see Rasmus Hojlund return back from the international break when he's on fire, when his confidence is really up and running, to obviously annihilate or torment the side of Brentford that we are playing on the 30th of this month. And then Thursday 4th, we are going to be playing our Chelsea it's another huge game, and you need Rasmus Hojlund to be physically fit. Then on the 7th, Liverpool is going to be coming at Old Trafford. Those 3 encounters, we need Rasmus Hojlund to be physically fit, and these games will act in well. So I hope his minutes are really managed well, and he returns to Man United an injured player. I know he's still young, he has passion for Man United and for the national team. All what I wish Denmark is Rasmus Hojlund to be fit and then go with them in the Euros. When he goes with them in the Euros, I tell you, Denmark will have a very good chance of really competing for the trophy. Last time when they played in the Euros of 2021, they were knocked out by England in the semi-finals. So it showed you how good they would have gone ahead to get or to go spare places if they had a number 9, and by the time their number 9 was not all that really good. This time they're going to the Euros when Rasmus Hojlund is the man, and I know he will hit in those goals. He has 13 goals so far at Man United. He's left with 7. I still keep my stains onto him scoring that or hitting that milestone of 20 goals. 7 in the Premier League, 5 in the Champions League, and 1 in the FA Cup. So I think 7 to go are not much, because I see his hat-trick against Coventry City. He will score against Coventry, and then teams like Brentford, Liverpool, and Chelsea, I think he might find himself scoring like 3 or 4 in his next 3 games for the club of Man United, and the rest is gonna be put in front of everyone who called him a flop. Guys, you know, in the country I live, I have pundits who are saying, who is a flop? And people believe that a striker not scoring goals is a flop. But you ask yourself, is he being provided in those chances? Look at how he plays. Before Rasmus Hojlund started scoring goals from Man United in the Premier League, he showed us his qualities, that he's really a special caliber of a player, and Man United made the right choice. Now, he has gone ahead to shoot the mouths of everyone who was like, he is the flop of the season so far. And I say, you people, you can't rule out a centre forward yet. You've always gone ahead to know that the goals that have gone ahead to be scored in the second half of the season are really more than those scored in the first half of the season, you know? So you can't come out and really rule out a player who is a striker, and he had gone ahead to score 5 goals in the Champions League, and he came out and really ashamed them. So we wait and see how he features against Switzerland and Faroe Islands, how many minutes he's going to play. But we want to see him back at Old Trafford and Carrington fully fit, as we really look at the return of Anton Martial to come in through and help him a little bit. Because if you want to keep Rasmus Hojlund fit, all you have to do is simple: getting Anton Martial back to play the last 30 minutes of the game, and let Rasmus Hojlund play only 60. Even in certain games, Anton Martial can start and Rasmus Hojlund comes in through to play. Like these games, you're going to play 3 games in a week. 30th of March, we are playing against Brentford. I think 5 days later, we play against Chelsea away. 3 days later, we host Liverpool at Old Trafford. Those are really going to be huge games for the club of Man United, and really understand that we need Anton Martial to come in through and see and re-deputize this guy. I don't know whether by the time we return, Anton Martial will be back. By the time we return from the international break, Anton Martial will be back. But I'm really, really positive and optimistic that he's going to come and really play a huge part into the remaining 10 games of the Premier League and the 1 or 2 games we are left with to play in the FA Cup. And you never know, we might really say bye-bye to Anton Martial by him winning his 2nd FA Cup at the club of Man United. I think it won't be bad. I've read a story that he rejected a move during the January transfer window, and he feels like he can really impress the club of Man United and really give him a contract on reduced terms. I don't know how that's going to happen. Maybe Ten Hag will be considering him as that kind of player who can come in through and really play onto the left attacking side to compete with Marcus Rashford. I don't know, but his chances to start Man United are really minimal. So let's leave that at that. Rasmus Hojlund, Denmark United agreement has been revealed by the manager of Netherlands, and you as well gonna hate obviously understand it very well. Now, McDonnell, United correspondent for The Mirror, has told us that at halftime on Sunday, members of Liverpool staff were expressing their admiration for Kobbie Mainoo and his outrageous talent. Sorry about that. No one doubts the talent of Kobbie Mainoo. That is it. And if at all you are there, then football is not meant for you. And this is what they are really contemplating about and really asking themselves whether this guy is really human. So, Mainoo's first half game by numbers versus Liverpool: 100% grand duels won, 5 out of 5. 100% duels completed, 3 out of 3. 18 passes completed, 2 interceptions, 1 out of 1 tackles won, 1 key pass, and he's just 18 years of age. That is what Statement Dave told us. And when you see the game by numbers, it was what made Liverpool staff to really express admiration for this young guy. And I told you, he's a one in a million. He's a one in a kind. That's why Ten Hag told you that you cannot compare him with anyone because he's still 18 and you don't know who he's going to become. You can say he's like Seedorf, but he just needs to talk to Seedorf and really watch those clips of Seedorf and how he used to behave into the midfield. If you call him Yaya Toure, he says he should really watch those clips of Yaya Toure instead. You know, that's what has been referred to him as a lot. Jude Bellingham, I understand, for me, in my own view, he has more to his talent than Jude Bellingham. He's really good. His skill set is out of this world. And that's why very many people are really looking forward to calling in for England to really flaunt an 11 that has Kobbie Mainoo, Declan Rice, and Jude Bellingham in the midfield. I don't know whether the manager is going to risk himself to do that, but that's the ideal midfield of England. And every England fan is like, that is the Euro winning midfield. And I tell you, it is, because when you have Declan Rice, Kobbie Mainoo, and Jude Bellingham, that midfield can match any midfield in the world. That of France, that has Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Rabiot, it can match it. All Griezmann. That of Brazil with the likes of Casemiro, Douglas Luiz, and Lucas Paqueta, it can match it. Talk of Portugal, you know, they are having maybe Paulinho, Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva, it can match it. It's really elite, you know. Germany, Joshua Kimmich, Jamal Musiala and Ika Gundogan, it can match it. It's a really good midfield that you will obviously want to watch all the time. So that's the dream. Can we see that happen tomorrow? We'll wait and see. And more to that, go to the Rokani Media Football. I'm going to really do an exclusive video about that beautiful game of England versus Brazil in there for you. So after that, let's leave Kobbie Mainoo alone, because I can talk about Kobbie Mainoo till kingdom come, you know. But the heavens know where this guy's talent is really gonna really be capped or be really sealed. And now we go to Victor Lindelof, a man who came in and really played a very good game against Liverpool, taken off later, and we were left with only Harry Maguire into the central defense. And by the way, Harry Maguire is going to hate to speak a lot about it, and here we come to really feel to get first something from Lindelof, and then we are going to get Harry Maguire in the next video. We've been told by Victor Lindelof that I feel good at the club and have been at Man United for many years. We extended my contract by a year. I feel good and I see no problem with staying and continuing to represent the club. It's a club I really enjoy playing for. So Victor Lindelof is like, he wants to be at the club of Man United. He wants to be here. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. He wants to keep it United, and I was going to hate to vocalize his commitment to the club of Man United. And it looks like, however much there are rumors that he might be sold, but he might be one of those players that his contract is really extended more. 1 year contract of him triggered by the club of Man United, and they failed to really trigger that of Rafael Varane. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, meaning that he's one of those players that maybe contract negotiations are really going to be underway in the summer, but we haven't had anything about that. Are United planning to really let him go? We'll wait and see what is happening for that. But he's really committed and he enjoys to play for the club of Man United. And yesterday, his national team that he captains, that is Sweden, conceded 5 against the side of Portugal. I never saw by the way that coming, because Sweden has a very good squad. if you are having Elanga as a left forward, Gyökeres leading the line, Kulusevski playing as a right forward, and Alexander Isak playing behind Gyökeres, you really look at the team and really admire it. You feel like it was going to do something special, but nothing special was done in there. Lastly, he was talking about his fitness levels in this ongoing season. He said, I think I've come back quite well. Of course, I was out for a while after surgery, but I got to play quite soon afterwards, and a bit as a fullback where you have to run quite a lot. So I feel my legs and such are back in the right place. So he has been played as a left back for very many games when United was into a conundrum of 2 left backs injured and the other right back, Bissaka, also injured. So they had 1 right back who could play on the left back and the right back, and we've got to see it that the system of Man United thrives a lot when Dalot is being played as a right back. He inverts inside very well and he does the intro. So what Man United did was simple. Go ahead, get in this guy into the mix. That is none other than Lindelof to play as the left back, and he says he really enjoyed playing there, though a lot of running is really needed. And we really don't characterize him as one of those players that are really having a very good go into the running beat of his game. So your thoughts onto Hojlund, Denmark, Hojlund, United and Denmark agreement are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Victor Lindelof commitment to Man United, and Kobbie Mainoo, how he really left the Liverpool people speechless at halftime? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rock and David is my name. I sign out for now. See you later. First video of the day. More is yet to come. Today I want to do 4 videos onto this channel. I'm out.